Welcome to The Authentic Exchange, where real men have real conversations and engage in authentic communication. I'm Josh Byrd, and I'll be your host. The Authentic Exchange is all about uplifting, encouraging, inspiring, and motivating men. I remember having a conversation with my brother-in-law and realizing that oftentimes men don't truly have outlets to express themselves in full transparency and full authenticity, without fear of judgment, without fear of shame, or without someone calling their masculinity into question. My goal and desire with this podcast is simply just to facilitate conversations, discussions, and just connections with the men that I encounter from day to day. My hope is that in doing so, the conversations and the connections will uplift and strengthen the impact that we have as men on each other, on our families, and in our communities. Over my career as a barber, what I've come to understand and what I've come to realize is that men truly need to be able to connect with one another, and they need to be able to connect in an authentic way. Nothing is more empowering than allowing someone to truly be themselves without fear of judgment. I've discovered that there's a shortage of space for men to openly and honestly express themselves. The truth is, most men have no outlet at all. What I've seen that lead to is unprecedented amounts of stress, anxiety, depression, alcoholism, abuse, and so many different things that are not healthy and are not helpful for the men that are experiencing this and have no outlet. Dealing with the amounts of stress and anxiety has led to just an overall lack of mental health among men. Fellas, I want you to listen up. I want you to know that you don't have to walk around and continue to suffer in silence. You have an outlet. The conversations and the connections and the exchange that we build and have through this podcast is designed to let you know that someone is listening and that someone does care. I want to know what concerns you. I want to know what's going on. I want you to feel comfortable sharing your truths and your realities. I want you to know that it's okay to be who you truly are. I've realized and discovered that oftentimes no one ever stops to ask men how you're doing, how you're feeling. The expectation is that because you're a man, you put your head down, you grimace, and you push through, and you get through it. But oftentimes that approach is to our demise. We have to get to a place where we begin to normalize expressing ourselves in a much more healthy way. My aim with this podcast is to provide the space for men to have honest and authentic conversations about life. I want men to be able to share their stories, to share their triumphs, to share their victories, experience and wisdom, as well as the struggles, the challenges, the disappointments, the hurt, the pain we face and oftentimes mask and hold deep inside. I want men to understand that it is truly okay to be who you are and to express yourself fully. I want men to understand that it's okay to live life authentically. Living a life with that type of authenticity and transparency is truly transformational. My desire with this podcast is to create a space or an environment where men feel comfortable to begin to open up and just begin to learn to express themselves, to show transparency and vulnerability, to share their realities and their truths, again, without fear of shame, without fear of judgment, without fear of some type of attack on their masculinity. No more of this pseudo manhood. No more of this pseudo masculinity that society subscribes to, where being a man, a real man, means that you can't express your emotions or express your feelings or express things that are bothering you or things that are actually hurting you. This idea that society subscribes to, where the only acceptable behavior from men is outburst of anger, where the only acceptable actions are to fight, Let's normalize talking, sharing, and building with one another. Let's normalize connecting, encouraging, and uplifting one another. Let's raise the standard of what it means to be a man. Let's leave the harmful bullshit philosophies and views that society has alone. Let's commit to changing how we operate in our manhood and in our masculinity. We must learn to trust each other again. Tupac said, "It takes skill to be real. It's time to heal each other. We gotta start making changes. Learn to see me as a brother instead of two distant strangers." I believe that when men help each other, when men stand beside each other, when men uplift and uphold one another, when men hold each other accountable, I believe that we form and build the very foundation of stronger families, of stronger neighborhoods, and of stronger communities. I believe that when we do that, we can stand on the strength of that foundation. And having the strength of that foundation will allow us to have a greater impact on the people that we encounter from day to day, as well as the world at large. And what my heart's desire is that us as men being able to come together, to stand beside each other, to uphold one another, to build and connect with one another. I'm hoping that that helps us to leave a lasting legacy in our families, in our communities. I'm hoping that that allows us to have an impact that is lasting. That's the important part. That's the main benefit. What legacy will we leave as men if we keep this self-destructive behavior in terms of not communicating, not showing up authentically, not being our authentic selves, not being transparent, not being able to own how we feel and express our emotions without fear, without reservation? Men, let's come together. This is my rally cry. This is my appeal. Let's learn how to build with one another. Let's learn to hold each other accountable. Let's embrace and empower one another. I care about you. I want the best for you. I believe that there is power in unity. There's an old African proverb that says, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. Men, this is my plea, that we come together and that we go far, and that we remember that we can have an impact on our families and on the world around us. I appreciate everyone that's tuning in today. Thanks for listening. Thanks for downloading and checking out the podcast. I hope that you share this with someone so that it can be a benefit and a blessing. Until next time, much love and much abundance. As always, never forget to learn, to love, to grow, and to always move with grace. I'm Josh Byrd. This is The Authentic Exchange, and I'll holler at you next time.